Cord. Welcome to C Weezy Sports Picks. I'm here with my man, C Rob and C Weezy, and today we're going to talk about our fantasy plays for Week 8, NFL bets, trends, and nonetheless, our shitty-ass team, the Dallas Cowboys. Cord, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up, man? What's up, C Weezy Sports Pick, 5 years in the running. One of my best friends, good friend of mine. Tell you about a little bit about myself. Week 7 fantasy football. Me and C Weezy were playing each other. I whooped his ass 222 to what is it, like 90 something? Come on,
Man,
Weezy, you gotta be better than that. No, I had a bad week. I got some bad men on my team, boy. Woo! Tyler Lockett.
So what we're looking to do is every Wednesday, every Tuesday after the week, short recap. And a little preview of the week coming up, things that we like, player props, fantasy, Dallas Cowboys and how terrible we are and whatever the hot takes are. We're going to get used to this Zoom meeting, sharing this out there, get it on the podcast, however we can get it out there, but something we love to do, and we're looking forward to it. So real quick, 2 minutes on tonight's game. I'm going to tell you what I like. Chicago Bears are getting no respect being 6-point underdogs playing in tonight. But we have a DraftKings lineup going on, and it's called the Showdown. And on the Showdown, you get to pick a player that gets 1.5 times its points. So it's called the captain. And the captain that you have is really important. But I'll tell you what I like in the game. I like the under. I like the Bears in a teaser plus 11. And then you can get the under 50. I don't think they score much. I think this team struggle. Both of them a lot of punts. I like the running backs probably getting quite a few carries with Henderson and Chicago. Yep. And I think Allen Robinson and Robert Woods are the wide receivers to target. And what do you think about the game?
The Cowboy game?
No. What do you think about the game tonight?
Oh, the game tonight. Oh, I think the Rams have something to prove more than the Bears. Bears are more underrated. They don't get talked about as much. More ground to pound, old style. I feel like the Chicago Bears are, actually. I'm surprised because I don't really watch a lot of the Bears, to be honest, but for hearing that they're one win, or they're only one loss, tells you exactly like how underrated they are. Because I'm a big football guy, but I didn't even know the Bears. Well, I did know, but a couple weeks ago when they were one loss, like I was surprised because they weren't playing that great, but they were winning football games. That's the main thing. Big Dick Nick, he can always pull out a dub whenever he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like the Bears in a close, low-scoring game.
Like them to win?
I see Montgomery getting 2 touchdowns, probably 60, 70 yards rushing. He's just a bad man. Got him on fantasy too. So,
man, I was looking at the rankings this morning, I'd say it, and I was surprised. Chicago's offense is bad. They are 27th ranked or less in all the categories: points, rushing yards, passing yards, third downs. And the Rams are pretty solid, but, man, they haven't looked the greatest. They seem like they struggled last week passing the ball. I don't know. I think it's going to be low scoring. These teams are both good, 5-1, 4-2. You can get the Chicago Bears money line plus 230. My boy C-Rob think that's the play tonight in a close, tight game. I'm going with the teaser plus 12 Chicago Bears under 51. That's what you can get. That's my lock tonight. C Weezy Sports Picks coming at you.
Let's talk about these Dallas Cowboys.
Let's talk about them.
I got some problems. I got some issues within our organization. And I want to start by saying first, the Cowboys are banged up. It's not an excuse. Having 4 new offensive linemen on the offensive line, our offense cannot move the ball. It doesn't matter how good our receivers are, that it doesn't matter. You don't have anybody that can block. God, Andy Dalton was running around screaming for his life all day yesterday. Washington actually has a good offense or defensive front, which, you know, a lot of people don't talk about them, but they got some boys on there, some dogs on that defensive line.
Some first round draft picks on that D
A
line.
bunch. Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Chase Young he's a beast. But with that being said, you know, offensively, we really couldn't do much. What'd you say?
So we suck.
We suck. Yeah. Defensively, one thing I want to say about the offense. Okay, the one thing that shows me exactly why we're the reason why we are right now. Andy Dalton scrambles out. Okay, slides, gets rocked, gets put in like a black hole. He's blacked out. Not one person on our offense stepped up and tried to did anything about it. They just let it happen. And you know why? It's because we don't have any leaders. Everybody's looking for somebody else to make a move. Everybody's looking at somebody else to make, you know, to lead. These our young receivers, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, even Dalton Schultz, you know, or the offensive line, the youngins on the offensive line. You want to get out there and have everybody give you some credit and have your respect as you get up there and you don't let stuff like that happen. Like every other time I've seen that hit happen, there's almost a brawl on the field.
Right. Yep.
And there was not one. And that just shows you that we just don't know. We don't know who is going to lead our team. We don't know who to look to, you know, and stuff like that. You know, the coaching staff, you know, they've had it tough because they didn't get enough time as they normally would. Now, I'm not going to use that as an excuse either, because if you're an NFL coach, you should be able to make some adjustments. And
that excuse, I feel like starting to run out. I mean, we're in week 8 here, and
right.
Woo!
Yeah, and our defense is historically bad.
Man, I think I could get like 7 yards rushing, maybe. We blow them open, boys. I got 7 yards on these hoes.
Be like Tom Brady, like tracking your yards. You had 1,000 after 20 years.
Man, it is holy. Our defense is holy. Our offense, we are banged up. We are, but we look bad. We look unprepared. I hate being a Dallas Cowboys fan. I will say I love fantasy. I love sports betting, because what that allows me to do is my season's not over. Like, you know, on Sundays, I'm not really just focused on the boys anymore. In fact, I'm about to fade their ass. I swear to you, I'm about to fade. Philly is like 4. They came out 4-point favorites. Philly's going to kill us next week. Promise you. This team we're looking like a top 5 pick, and I don't pay Dak, draft a QB, in the sense that I love Dak as a quarterback and as a leader. But our front office has put some fat paychecks together for guys that are not performing. Number 1, 2 on the defense, I would say, Smith and Lawrence. Fat paydays. Zeke on offense. Cooper has produced, but we paid a lot for a wide receiver in. I think we've talked about over the years, to me, the way you build an organization is through the draft. You get these young guys on 4 to 5 year deals that you don't have to pay them fat money, but they come in and they contribute.
Yeah. And let me to add on to that. See, we missed our window. I mean, we missed our window with our draft. So, I mean, the 2013 draft, or no, I'm sorry, 2014 draft or 2015, whichever one, or no, it's 2016, where we went to had a first round bye. We played the Packers in the first round. You know, that was one of our opportunities. The following year or the year after, we, you know, beat Seattle, and then we got stopped by LA.
We had 2 years, two great years with chances with Dak. In the years with Romo, we had a couple years as well that we had an opportunity.
Yes,
we have, man, they've let us down. We had a couple 1 seeds when Romo and them were playing. They went to Cancun, you motherfucker. You and Went and go to Cancun and get beat at home versus the Giants. And then obviously the catch with Dez up in Green Bay, 4th down play, great play. We got robbed. We were a good team that year. So What do we do? I mean, we hire
We
Mike. We are in a world of hurt. I feel like our defense is. We need help all over. Like, do we trade these players? Do we dump them? Do we what? Do we pay Dak? What do we do?
Well, I definitely think we have to pay Dak. I think that's the first thing this offseason is you pay Dak because we have learned that he is the leader of our football team. And whenever he is not on the field, he is not there, it implodes. Same thing with Romo. Whenever Romo was playing, he was the leader of our team. Every time he got hurt, we imploded. We couldn't do nothing. I think that's the first thing. Second thing, there is another point I want to make too on defense. Why haven't we gone out and got secondary help? Like our safeties, like Xavier Woods is the only known safety, really that we have. Chris Thompson, he's always a liability. Now we're playing a 7th round or a 6th round draft pick out of A&M 2 years ago. His last name is Wilson. I don't know his first name, but playing him, I don't even know him. And I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know everybody's name on the Cowboys. Like, why are we not going out and getting Earl Thomas? Why are we not going out and get a safety that's a veteran to show these guys how to play so that next year maybe they can learn some things, that the scheme on defense, we changed our whole scheme. We changed everything on defense. We went from a 4-3 to a 3-4, and it's so different. And you can just see that they don't know what they're doing, and the coaches don't know how to adjust in game. But as far as the offseason, I mean, you've got your core. Our offense is pretty much going to be intact all the way around, from the line to everybody except for Dak. So we got to pay Dak for sure. Defensively, we've got to find through the draft. We've got to find some secondary help. I mean, we've got to get somebody at safety, maybe another outside linebacker.
I want some dogs. We don't have any dogs on our defense. Not one.
See, we thought Lawrence was, but he's not.
He's not
playing. He's not. He shows signs of it, but that year. So what year was that? That was 2 years ago. Remember when we played the Saints at home and we won like 12-10? That's the defense that I was expecting to build on.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I do want to point out with the defense. So our offense was ranked number 1 before this week, right? Except for in rushing. In passing and total offense, we're 1. But in rushing, we're 23rd. But on defense, you literally let everybody go and you change your scheme. Why would we not leave Chris Richard in as defensive coordinator, then hire around him? Leave offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, right? Chris Richard is exactly the problem, like the reason why, like the problems that we're having, Chris Richard fixes that. And we're talking about passion. We're talking about leadership, stuff like that. Chris Richard doesn't play that game. In these games we're getting blown out, we're looking like freaking peewee football players, letting people run through us and all this other stuff. Chris Richard's right in their grill. He's the motivator. He's bringing that passion from the sideline into the game. And honestly, I believe that's a lot of why, our defense was that good that year, because we had Chris Richard on the staff. He wasn't a defensive coordinator that year, but he was bringing it. And that's what we need to do. We need to bring it. It's just a football mentality.
When you hire a head coach should be able to bring in who he wants. So I'm okay with a change because we needed a change from Garrett. Man, but we lack a lot of passion. And the thing that I see betting on these other games and watching the other games just as detailed as I watch the Dallas Cowboys, I watch all the other teams as well. Our organization is just different. Pittsburgh Steelers are different. The Patriots before this year, this is their only down year in 20 years. They're different. I mean, teams in the NFC, you have to say Seattle is number 1. That's been so consistent since Russell and Pete Carroll have been in the league. And Green Bay have always been pretty consistent year in, year out, even if they, I think they've missed their window on Rodgers. He's got 1 ring when he probably should have a couple, but he ran into Tom Brady.
They look pretty good this year. So they went to the conference championship game last year. I mean, I feel like a lot of people forget that.
They cost me money. Got blown the fuck out by the 49ers, but yeah, they did make it.
Imagine a Mahomes Rodgers Super Bowl gunslinger.
And that's what I
Dude,
thought it was. That's what I wanted. That's what I put my money on.
honestly, the Packers, man, they're honestly set up to like make a run, man. Because
We're
like
gonna do this. Hey, we'll do this. We'll do this and close it for the first testing. I want through week 7, going into week 8. Tonight we got Monday Night Football. It's the only game that's not played so far throughout 7 weeks, and we got the Bears versus the Rams. You're taking Bears money line, so you're thinking 6-1.
I'm thinking if I'm betting on it, I'm taking the Bears with the points,
Okay.
or I'm taking teaser with the Bears. I do think they'll win the game, but if I'm
I think so. I think it's a big game tonight to see where Los Angeles Rams are. Are they for real? Can they go 5-2, being contender? Well, they need to go 5-2 if they want to win that division. Best division in football is Rams division. That's from top to bottom. All of them are playing well in that conference.
I do want to say we need to watch out for the 49ers, man. Last 2 weeks they've come out and play ball. I mean, they've always had the potential, but it was kind of like them and the Cowboys. They're both sitting at 2-3, and you're like, who's gonna go up? And the 49ers, man. I mean, they're taking control, man.
Yeah, they're a good team. That defense is good. They're well coached. They lost some big hitters, and that's the thing you see with these other teams. They lose big hitters, and they still compete and score points. It's like, what the fuck? Why is our team dumpster fire? It's like Romo got hurt. Castle comes in, win like 4 or 5 games, 5-11. Same thing's going to happen this year. I'm telling you right now. If you bet and you play fantasy, sell all your players. I'm talking Cooper. I'm talking Lamb. I'm talking Zeke. Trade them. See what you can get for them. Our team's about to be
pick up Ben DiNucci.
Yeah, not picking up Ben.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, he's gonna be running.
Top 5 teams is what I'm getting at. We're gonna close it up. You want to go first? You want to go second? Top 5 NFL teams, no particular order, just top 5 that you think compete right now for a Super Bowl.
All right, I can go first. Chiefs, Steelers, Packers, Titans, and my 5th team's gonna be. It's tough. Seahawks.
All right. I'm going Chiefs. They're the champs, and they've got 1 loss, but they're the champs, and that offense is deadly. They just got Le'Veon Bell. I'm going Steelers as my number 2. They're undefeated. Only team in the NFL undefeated. Big Ben is playing complimentary football. He's older. But he's got a good core around him. They got young players. That rookie wide receiver is playing out of his mind. That defense is for real. I'll never forgive the Cowboys for not drafting TJ Watt. You dumb SOBs taking Taco Charlton. You jokesters.
I remember that, man. I remember that.
After those 2, cream of the crop, man, I got to go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That defense is for real. They just signed Antonio Brown. I do believe fantasy-wise, if you got Mike Evans, sell him. I would sell him. He's not producing. He's not getting the ball. And I think Tom's about to spread it around. So I do think value Antonio Brown. But, man, everyone else is going to be fighting for the ball. That's my number 3. I like Seattle at number 4. And my top 5 to round out top 5 teams in the NFL. Man, do I go Titans? Do I go 49ers? Do I go Rams? Do I go Packers? I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. And it's because Aaron Rodgers, he looks really good. Him and Devontae Adams, they got Jones in the backfield.
There's one team that I'm thinking about that we both left out of our top 5.
Baltimore, but man, they're 0-2 in the postseason with my boy Lamar, and I've been in Vegas both times.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I didn't put them on there. But they're. I mean, definitely they have something to prove. I mean, they have something to prove, like how they're going to play in the playoffs. If they can't play in the playoffs, then you're not a contender. You can go 16-0 every year and still lose the first round to the Titans with King Henry in the backfield. Probably hard to tackle, but still. I mean, you should be able to tackle them, You get paid millions.
And millions of dollars
to damn tackle.
Well,
wrap up.
Hey, see, Rob, I appreciate it coming on the first and only Zoom video conference podcast, whatever you want to know. But let's test
And
it out.
we'll monetize